Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island Season 11 finale ends with the team planning a new dig. The Curse of Oak Island Season 11 ended last night, but not before the Fellowship of the Dig vowed to continue the search, and even agreed on a whole new area for exploration next year. The guys took one last shot with the borehole drill, putting down a core a mere 8 feet to the north of the garden shaft inside the rock feature surrounding the shaft. Geoscientists Dr. Ian Spooner and Dr. Fred Michael had taken more water samples and declared this was the spot to drill. Marty Legina and the others were clearly excited, and expectations rose when they reached the target depth of just below 100 feet. Unfortunately, the core was full of sand and clay. There was palpable disappointment amongst the guys. Marty summed it up when he said once again, they've come to the end of a season, and they don't have the treasure or the story in our hands. On a positive note, the guys noted that the clay was very dry, which seemed odd as the garden shaft was currently flooded, and gallons of seawater were rushing in exponentially. This, they concluded, added credence to the theory that the garden shaft work had breached an independent source for the water, a flood tunnel. The existence of this ancient booby trap would also imply a nearby treasure vault. Geoscientists insist treasure is still buried on Oak Island. Fred and Ian insisted to the guys that the precious metals revealed in the water samples were too extensive to be an anomaly, and that a treasure must be buried down there. Marty asked if a treasure might have been removed, but Fred stressed that it was still down there. The Fellowship agreed that next season, they will clear all the earth and dirt, along with the stone feature, from the area northwest of the garden shaft, just above the baby blob, so they can start excavating the spot properly. Marty revealed how perplexed he is by the mystery of the island. All the evidence points to a treasure being buried somewhere on the island, but they still haven't found it. However, he and the others conceded that they had to trust the geoscientists and that they would continue. The series ended with a broad recap of all the work done on the island. Lot 5 and the swamp revealed more surprises on Oak Island Season 11. Lot 5 surprised everyone with its 2 stone features, which the team now suspects were used to house the builders of the money pit. In this area, the guys have recovered numerous artifacts from multiple centuries, including Roman coins, 16th century Venetian beads, and a 14th century barter token. Elsewhere, the swamp has revealed more human-made structures, including a possible dam and a pathway. Crate Tester revealed the carbon-14 dating of wood taken from the pathway, which incredibly dates back 1,200 years. These dates just keep getting older and older. Finally, Rick Lagina thanked everyone for their hard work and keeping the dream alive, which caused him and a few others to tear up. The Fellowship's passion for the work they do can never be doubted. They will return in Season 12 with renewed vigor. In the dying embers of twilight, the winds whispered secrets through the gnarled branches of Oak Island's ancient trees. It was a place shrouded in mystery, where every clump of earth held the potential for discovery, and every stone hid a story untold. The Curse of Oak Island Season 11 finale drew to a close, but the tale was far from over. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the island, the team gathered around a crackling bonfire. The flickering flames danced in their eyes, reflecting the determination that burned within each of them. For years, they had delved deep into the island's depths, driven by a relentless pursuit of truth and treasure. But with each passing season, the mystery only seemed to deepen. Rick Lagina, the de facto leader of the expedition, stood tall amidst the gathering, his brow furrowed with determination. His brother, Marty, stood beside him, his expression a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. Together, they had dedicated their lives to unraveling the enigma of Oak Island, but the journey had taken its toll. "We've come so far, Rick began, his voice carrying across the stillness of the night. But we're not done yet. There's still so much left to discover, so many secrets waiting to be unearthed. The team nodded in silent agreement, their eyes shining with renewed resolve. Despite the countless setbacks and disappointments they had faced, the lure of Oak Island was impossible to resist. It was a siren's call that beckoned them ever onward, promising untold riches and the key to unlocking the island's greatest mysteries. But the curse of Oak Island was not easily overcome. For centuries, it had thwarted the efforts of countless treasure hunters, ensnaring them in its web of deception and despair. Yet the team pressed on, undeterred by the specter of failure that hung heavy in the air. "We need a new plan," Marty declared, his voice cutting through the silence like a knife. "Something bold, something unprecedented." The team exchanged knowing glances, their minds already racing with possibilities. For years, they had followed the breadcrumbs left behind by those who came before them, piecing together clues and unraveling the island's tangled history. But now it was time to chart their own course, to forge a path that would lead them to the truth once and for all. With a sense of purpose that bordered on obsession, the team set to work, poring over maps and blueprints late into the night. Every line, every symbol held the promise of revelation, the potential to unlock the island's greatest secrets. And as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, they emerged with a plan that was bold, audacious, and utterly without precedent. "We're going back to the money pit," Rick announced, his voice filled with quiet determination. "But this time, we're going deeper than ever before." The money pit. It was the heart of Oak Island's mystery, the focal point of centuries of speculation and intrigue. Countless treasure hunters had tried and failed to penetrate its depths, thwarted at every turn by the labyrinthine tunnels and booby traps that guarded its secrets. But the team was undeterred. With cutting-edge technology and unwavering resolve, they would finally breach the money pit's defenses and lay bare the truth that lay hidden within. As the days turned to weeks and the weeks turned to months, the team worked tirelessly to prepare for their most ambitious dig yet. They assembled a veritable army of engineers, geologists, and archaeologists, each one bringing their own expertise to bear on the task at hand. And as the anticipation reached a fever pitch, the moment of reckoning finally arrived. With cameras rolling and the world watching, the team descended upon the money pit with a fervor bordering on desperation. They drilled, they dug, they excavated with a precision and determination that bordered on obsession. And as the first glimmers of treasure began to emerge from the earth, a sense of triumph washed over them like a tidal wave. But the curse of Oak Island was not so easily vanquished. As the team delved deeper into the money pit's depths, they uncovered secrets that were darker and more sinister than anything they could have imagined. Ancient artifacts, cryptic symbols, and ominous warnings hinted at a truth far more chilling than they had ever dared to conceive. Yet still they pressed on, driven by a thirst for knowledge that bordered on madness, for they knew that the answers they sought lay just beyond their grasp, tantalizingly close yet maddeningly elusive. And as the sun dipped below the horizon once more, casting long shadows across the island, they vowed to continue their quest until the very end. For the curse of Oak Island was a challenge they could not ignore, a mystery they could not leave unsolved. And as they stood on the threshold of discovery, they knew that whatever lay ahead